In just a few minutes, you'll be able to impress your family and friends with delicious homemade Stromboli. Stromboli is a volcanic island off the north coast of Sicily. Plus, it's a type of rolled up or enclosed pizza. I guess you're supposed to say Stromboli, but old habits die hard. You might be wondering why Croce is an authority on Stromboli. When he was in his early 20s, he started a pizzeria with some partners in Lewistown, Pennsylvania. I met him there and we've been together ever since. You can read our story on 𝗬𝗁𝗲𝗋™.com. Croce's Strombolis are a favorite at church potlucks. You'll need just a few ingredients. Croce used to make homemade dough with a KitchenAid mixer, but when we moved to Sicily in 2022, we gave it to our daughter and it's being used well. We buy a large pizza dough from our local pizzeria for a few dollars. As you can see, we are in Texas and we'll be doing a video about what we're doing and our plans for travel in the next week's video, so stay tuned for that. Work on a smooth surface and oil the counter a bit, and if you get a large dough, you can cut it into 4 pieces to make 4 Strombolis. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you can just use a sharp knife. Gently start to press the dough, keeping your hands as flat as you can. Even out the dough and smooth out the thick spots. Pick up each piece and stretch in the air with your hands. The goal is to make it big enough to fold over to make a regular size Stromboli for one adult. Even if you don't have any experience, you can definitely do this. If you see any imperfections, you can pinch it out, and if you make a hole in the dough, you can just patch it. The dough should be very pliable and easy to handle. Now is the time to add the filling ingredients. Today, Croce is using smoked ham, pepperoni, and shredded mozzarella, but you could use ground beef, ground sausage, or any meat you choose. As far as veggies, we like onions, black olives, and mushrooms, but you can just add whatever you like. Today we're keeping it simple with the 3 classic filling ingredients. He usually puts 2 slices of smoked ham per Stromboli, 8 pepperoni slices, but he miscounted when getting them, so he spreads out what he has. Croce always puts a large handful of mozzarella cheese on top of the ham and pepperoni. He's lifting the upper part of the dough to close each Stromboli. Carefully pull the dough over the filling to form a half moon shape. Seal the edges with your flattened fingers. Now it's time to clean them up a little by trimming off the outside edge of each Stromboli with a pizza cutter or sharp knife. Use a fork to crimp the edge to make sure they are well sealed so that none of the ingredients leak out during the cooking process. Use a brush or paper towel to oil a sheet tray to prevent the Strombolis from sticking to the pan. Arrange each one on the sheet tray, making sure each one lays flat. Use 1 egg to make an egg wash to brush the top of each Stromboli to give it a light golden color when finished baking. Sometimes Croce will sprinkle a few sesame seeds on top of each one after adding the egg wash. It's important to make a tiny hole at the very top of each Stromboli so that it has a vent for the steam. Bake at 375 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how hot your oven runs, and it needs to be a light golden color. You can cut each one into little strips or simply in half. We usually serve it with our favorite sauce for dipping. Now you can enjoy one of our family favorites. We made a video a while back, and it's 3 tips my mother-in-law taught me for cooking like a native Italian, and I'll put the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Take care.